Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the prime evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the prime evils to our mortal realm.
I can't pick up anything else.
Do you ever become weary of strife? Of constant fighting?
What is the alternative? Let the demons feast on our entrails?
You are not very good at lifting the spirits of others, are you?
I need to go back. Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
I heard you came here from Tristram. My family came from there. That place has had some very bad luck, hasn't it?
Well crafted.
There ain't no sure there's more buyers in the city, but I like it up here. Better view. No pesky guards.
Are so empty.
Does it bother you?
No. There is an emptiness within me as well.
Valrus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the prime evils in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
We must face another trial, my friend.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over terror left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
This is no illusion. The road is blocked. I must go through Caldeum outpost to the west.
It is too quiet.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Caldeum outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
We've been safe ever since the Imperial Guard came.
If you need a place to camp until the gates are open, there is room in our cellars, safe from the desert heat.
The Imperial Guard will keep us safe.
I need you to open the gate. I must reach Alcanus.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice. A gift from Lord Belial.
Sacrifice? Me? Belial set you here as bait to lure me away from his treachery in Caldeum.
No! He would never betray me! Strike her down!
Belial is the Lord of Lies, Magdha. The truth is, you were dead the minute you killed Cain.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
We've been discovered!
Need more arcane power. Has Magdha reached Alcanus?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then please, open the gate. It is well past time for Magdha to die. Magdha will soon pay for your death, Deckard Cain.
Be careful. This ship is cursed by demons. We should be safe as long as we don't disturb.
The fallen lunatics are the most unstable of their kind, causing them to overproduce highly combustible fluids in their abdomens. I believe this imbalance must be inevitably fatal, leading the lunatics to puncture their stomachs and release their explosive bile in a terrible display when enemies come too near.
Let us cleanse it from this land. Your friend Tyrael. The light of the Seraphim radiates from him.
He was an angel, but he relinquished his power to side with us in our battle.
You have been blessed by many.
arcane power.
Andariel was the only female evil. She aided the lesser evils for many years, but eventually she lost faith in their plots. 2 decades ago, she chose to help Diablo during his resurgence and seize the citadel of the Sightless Eye. Ultimately, she perished at the hands of brave heroes.
At last!
This is the least we could do.
Help us! You can't leave us here! I can't believe it's over.
Take solace, friend. We will free the others.
I cannot thank you enough.
The victory has come sooner. Fear not. The Coven will be vanquished.
I am stronger still.
I'm rescued.
It is over now. Rest easy.
Thank the gods.
Put this place behind you.
The gods have answered my prayers.
May your wounds heal, friend. A lovely piece.
I need to go back.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
Why didn't you become a god like your brother?
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you were drawn to trouble.
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
Until you were a wanted man.
That may have been serious. Let us seek our fortunes together.
Is everything as the prophet told you, or have there been surprises?
Well, I did not expect you to keep company with a seraph.
Tyrael? But he's not really an angel anymore.
I knew what he was the instant I beheld him, but being in his presence makes me quite nervous.
He is only trying to help.
We do not deserve it. Tyrael sacrificed all he knew to aid us. I hope it is worthwhile. The prophet has foreseen our victory.
truly abysmal failure to stop the enemy at the Cassim outpost. But at least the enemy's spy has been found. Once we eliminate her and her allies, this obnoxious little world will fall to me, and perhaps you, if you survive.
Victory!
Sunset, and Alcarnus is still safe from the sudden madness that plagues Caldeum. Though we are seeing an influx of hooded pilgrims for some Zakaru holy day, the demons out there are keeping their distance. I will double the guard at the gate. We must not be unprepared if our luck turns.
Illusions to hide behind this time. I didn't think you were brave enough to face me in the flesh.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch, Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
Arcane power. I need arcane power. Enough arcane power. Pay for your death, King. Be at peace, my friend.
She was consumed by shadow. It pains me to see it.
When I joined the Coven, it was weak and idle. The leaders were content to do nothing, while the prime evils were imprisoned. I convinced another witch to help me poison them, and together we took control. She left some years later. But I continued, bringing the Coven to glory under Lord Belial.
I need to go back. In her final miserable moments, Magdha swore that the demon Lord Belial would soon rule this world. He'll have to defeat me first.
I have translated a strange passage from Jondar's journal. Long before he began serving Magdha, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
There is no evil in seeking knowledge. It is what you do with it that matters.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise. Lead the way to glory.
In her final moments, Magdha claimed that the Imperial Guard had captured Leah. At the Caldeum outpost, I discovered that these guards are serpent demons under Belial's control.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
Perhaps a shearer of the Iron Wolves could get us close to the Emperor. I will go speak with her. If you were an angel, how did your fall raise the dead?
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. There was nothing I could do. As my power left my body, I had absolutely no control over it. Caldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
I've heard it called the Jewel of the East.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
That is what it means to be human. You suffer, but you endure.
The human spirit never ceases to amaze me. I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes. Hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
Hey, you! Come here. Got some new stuff for you to look at.
Did you meet your wife here?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Kurast. She was, well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
You married a criminal?
No. They were going to burn her as a witch.
You married a witch?
Let's talk about this another time.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Caldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
Something? You're a mystic. Can't you be more specific?
Is that any way to speak to me? And you don't need visions to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how?
Oh, the Jewel of the East! Caldeum is really quite amazing. I have never seen anything quite like it. And I have seen so many things in my life.
Caldeum is a city, not an actual jewel.
That explains quite a bit, actually.
There's that wizard. She must be spectacular to have destroyed those cultists in Alcarnus.
I can't believe anyone could have survived that out there, let alone defeat those monsters.
I know, but she did it.
Amius, is that you? What happened?
Thieving peasants. They came while I was sleeping, pinned me down, and cut off my robes and jewelry.
I'm so sorry, my friend. Come, stay with me. I am sharing a tent with a fine and generous family.
Oh no, I'm staying where the guards are. You wait and see. That peasant family is going to slit your throat and rob your corpse.
I've dug up. I dig this stuff up, clean it off, and drag it here to sell it. You want any?
These are no random demons summoned by some power-mad sorceress. The demon lords are coming.
From the sculpted sky roads leading to the Imperial Palace, one can see all of breathtaking Caldeum below.
Breathtaking? Before the gates closed, I saw 3 rats and a starving child fighting over half an apple.
It pleases you to exaggerate, I'm sure.
No, it pleases me to pass out drunk in the shade. But here we are.
The Emperor is destroying the city. He must come to his senses soon.
To come so close to this wondrous city and not be allowed inside is worse than never seeing it at all.
The Zakarum are behind everything that's going wrong around here. They raised the Emperor, you know.
Caldeum relies on trade to survive. If they keep the city closed for long, it will die.
It's quite difficult to keep the sand out of here. You haven't been out in the desert recently, have you?
I wouldn't go over there if I were you. Some poor fellow fell to his death from the walls.
Is there no one to help us?
My little Hakan has become so cruel, so paranoid in the last few weeks. I hear that he has ordered all of his staff to leave the city, or he will have them thrown from the walls. It cannot possibly mean me. I have cared for him since he was an infant.
Hilnan has... The price is really high.
but the quality is worth every coin.
Captain Ravan, the conditions out here are deplorable. Something must be done to aid these people.
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Kasim Outpost in Alcarnus. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this woman has vital information regarding the massacre in the borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
People are being robbed out here. Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcarnus.
Do not be taken in by those lies. Alcarnus was the work of servants of Belial, Magdha and her coven.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Guards, I leave this matter in your hands.
We should leave here before more guards arrive.
Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there. The sewers from here.
This is more arcane power.
This leads to the sewers. I found my mother Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find her.
The Accursed were created when a necrotic plague spread through Kyrgyzstan centuries ago.
So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. I always knew it.
But you never knew her. Be wary, Leah. Things are not as they seem sometimes.
And now we see the truth of this city. Shining citadels built on rot and evil.
Caldeum is no worse than anyone. People do what they can.
What a monstrous creature!
Adria should be up here.
Warming up.
Exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit. But the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end. Tell us about the Black Soul Stone! We know of the three that the Horadrim used to track the primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
This is not the time to discuss the past. Let us get to safety. You're kind of odd sometimes.
It is merely the consequence of seeing that which is not readily visible. I have accepted it.
I didn't mean to offend you. We mages are all a little unusual, you know.
Then you have my thanks. Although, perhaps you are right. I feel as though part of me still sleeps in a faraway realm.
Maybe you just need time.
That would be nice, but the feeling I have indicates that it is more unpleasant and complicated than that.
What happened to your brother?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
Please, just tell me.
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
I will wait until you are ready.
God, you're so noble about it too. Spare me. Oh, I've been waiting for this.
It is good to fight with you again.
Those you've chosen to fight alongside you are an interesting bunch. Children after my own heart, flawed in such interesting ways. Irena is quite vivacious for one with such a burden, don't you think? I know you agree with me, Cormac. You'd best keep your vows in mind, or maybe you shouldn't. And that Lyndon, he makes me laugh. He can warm my bed any night. Reminds me of my second husband, he does.
New goods today. Please look, you won't be disappointed.
You are very pretty.
I can also imprison the minds of my enemies and wring the life from them.
Well, that's not a friendly thing to say.
I heard that you were there 20 years ago, when Mount Adria was destroyed.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
And half the countryside with it.
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Ariat's destruction was regrettable. And, believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
What happened to you after you destroyed the World Stone?
The resultant explosion dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
Did the other angels welcome you back as a hero?
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiras Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, only 2 evils remain. Belial is here in Caldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself.
If my old masters could see me now.
I think I might have met Sultan Kul once. He seemed like a perfectly reasonable sort for a mage, that is.
Is there something wrong with being a mage?
Oh, yes. Well, you know how they can be. With the waving hands and the mumbling all the time. They can be a little strange.
Did you find it difficult to abandon your child?
What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation. It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
How well did you know Cain?
For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his Herodric texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels.
Did you ever see him again?
Only from afar. From time to time, our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own.
How were you captured by the Imperial Guard?
I was trying to steal out of the city. I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kul's head, and the guards found me.
The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kul to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Herodrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dulgar Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kul must live again.
I do not like this. We can defeat Belial.